success that he's going to get going forward. So guys, I'd want you to put your hands together. Let me give you a proper introduction, okay? So this is the managing director now of the Rise organisation. He got promoted 5 months. He's going to absolutely smash ownership, I have no doubt. So guys, let's put your hands together.
Go on, son. In there for everyone.
It's everyone's bond. It's everyone's bond. It's everyone's bond.
Right, like Ansar mentioned, I've been in the business less than 12 months. The reason why I was motivated is I'm actually going to go to the very beginning, just before I started this business. Is my daughter was not even 2 at the time. And we had no money for her, and I had no food in the cupboards for her, and I had no nappies. So there was like times where I had to go to Morrison's to nick baby milk, and I'm not proud of it, but it's not like I went to Morrison's to nick a bottle of cider for myself. I nicked some of that I really needed for my daughter. And it sort of like got to a point where I actually went back that same day, not realising I've already been sitting once, so I went back in, nicked some nappies, got caught, and I started crying. I didn't cry because I've been caught, I cried at the simple fact that I felt like I'm not a man. Anyone in here who's got kids will actually understand that if you can't provide for your kids, you just feel like you're worthless. And that's how I was. So I went home that day and I told my missus that I'm going to have to put my daughter into care, because obviously me not being able to look after her, she needs to be with someone who can. Because I loved her that much, I just didn't, not that I couldn't be arsed with her, it was just the fact that I couldn't provide for her. So I took the number for the social services and I said I'm going to ring them up in the morning and we'll get it taken straight away. So what happened the next morning is I realised I needed to ring the social services, but I didn't have a phone to ring them off, so I had to wait till afternoon. And then one of my friends come round, Ansar will probably remember the girl, Nikki. Remember her? She come round and said, oh, I've got a new job. So I went, well, why are you here? And she goes, oh, I'm not going in today. You can take whatever day off you want because you're self-employed. So she went, if you want, I'll give you an opportunity. How can I? And I went, oh, it depends, how much do you make? Because I want to make money. And she goes, well, it's all commission. And I thought, okay then, commission only, you have to be motivated. Obviously, my motivation's a little girl. I was just about to put it into care. So I said, all right, then PR me, and I'll give it a shot. And I remembered in my interview, I had this like really baggy shirt on. Do you remember this?
Tracksuit water, trackies.
I actually begged Ansar, just give me one shot. And he said, okay, then I'll give you a call if you passed. I didn't realise that I actually passed, but he rang me up because start on Monday for your odd week. And I thought buzzing, but I had no money, so I actually remember having to beg him then for a tenner just to get into the field that day. Do you remember that as well? Yeah. And that week, I actually was working with a guy called Curtis, and he's really good. He said the place showed me how to make money, so I thought, if he can do it, I can do it. His motivation was very similar to mine, it's for his family. So the week after that, I actually got a badge and got a very early sale. Well, I was buzzing because I had £135 within a year then. And then the day after I did 3 sales, I thought this is a piece of piss, I'm going to pop a mill this. And then I did 6 donuts. Yeah. So I remember then saying to Ansar, I need to make some money. He goes, you then asked me to sit down and I actually told you my situation and my goals. And I said, I'm going to hit owner. And he goes, okay. And he looked at me and he said, whatever. And I said, I have faith in him. How many times have you heard people say that to you in the first week on badge? So I said I'm going to hit it this year. No one actually believed me. So I just, for the first 2 months, I didn't want to train no one. I just wanted to make money so my daughter can have stuff. And I did. I've become really good in the field. On a bad week I'd do 15, and on a good week I'd do around 25, 30 pieces. So then I said, right, I'm ready to train now. Training. My first guy properly negged me out because I realised I had to spend money on him. I didn't want to. I also had to spend half the day with him, so my sales actually dropped. Which at the time I couldn't understand why am I having to spend a lot of time with this guy. I'm not getting paid for this.
Got
I ring
it,
up all week after. Yeah, and then I said to Ansel, I went, mate, you're going to like give me some money for him? And he goes, no, it's your guy,
Nathan.
you look after him. So at the time, I didn't really understand that invest in a guy and you get it back tenfold. I just thought it was like, oh, you're just telling me to do it because you don't want to do it, so I'll have to do it. So then I just ended up thinking, right, yeah, I'm going to do it. And I invested in quite a lot of guys, got them to stick around, and then it just like, it happened really quick. I hit through leader very quick, and then the week after I hit the assistant owner, the first criteria, and the week after I did it again. So then I went back home and I told my girlfriend, like, oh, I've become this assistant owner. And she's like, what does that mean? I went, well, I think I make more money. So she's like, okay. I never actually like think it was going to happen that quick, so I didn't ask that many questions about it. So then after that, what happened is I started making good money. I started making around £1,200 a week. And you got to remember, like, it was 5 months before then, I would have a nick to get baby milk in and nappies because we had nothing. And now I'm just getting a load, like, cupboards are full with food. My daughter's got the best things. I've got the iPad, the newest one out. I've got my cell phone, got my partner one. She's got like the phone. She's got everything. Whatever she wants, she gets now. Walk in the shop and she'll just pick out. Like, believe it or not, last night I took her to Asda and she picked a bag up and she was walking around hiding toys in there. There was like an extra £40 worth in there. I couldn't believe it, but I'm really bothered. And it's just like little things now. Like Ansel was saying, like my income's changed that much. Is Mickey Mouse went on telly. She said, oh, I want to see him. So within 5 minutes of that, I booked a trip to Disneyland. And it's just been able to do that. So it's stuff like that motivates the guys that I've actually got as well, and the guys that work with me within Ansell's office as well. It's just being able to now just walk in the shop and not have to look at a price tag, because it's not like you're going to nick it, it's the fact that you can pay for it.
Go on, buddy.
Where was I?
We're talking about nicking then.
It's just the reason why I did it so quick is because I was motivated. And there was times in the field where it was 7 o'clock and I'm on Zero and I'm freezing, piss wet through, and then I'll just call. Like everyone says, have a goal, have a strong goal, yeah? If you have a goal, then you'll succeed. My goal with my daughter. So my goal was obviously to succeed for her. So at 7 o'clock, if I'm doing really bad and everyone's telling me it's all been done in this area and you start believing it yourself, I'd ring the little girl up and she'd just say that she loves me, and then I'd go out and I'd ring the bell. Because obviously that's why I'm there. I don't want to spend 12 hours away from my daughter and have nothing to show for it. You get what I mean? So it's just basically, the tips I can give everyone anyway is believe in your leader. Whether you think is wrong, trust me, he's right. Your success is going to be his success. And the most important thing is actually believe in your owner. Like, I might be successful, but Ansel is going to make a lot of money out of this as well. So, obviously, he's happy.
Win-win,
Yeah, shall I get yours out? So I just want you all to just realise that when you are cold and it's like 7 o'clock and you've made no money for the day, just remember you're not here for today, you're here for the long run. If you want to get promoted, get with the right people. If you know someone's doing really bad, because they don't want it, they just want it week to week, and you want it long term, don't get with them, get with the guys that are wanting it long term. And always set yourself goals so you can reward yourself. And basically that's about it, mate. It's going blank.
Mate, guys, let's give Jondog a round. The first time I sat with Johnny and he told me that story, I will admit it, he had me in tears. I couldn't believe it. Like some of the stuff that he's had to go through, you know, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, and this guy went through it and he kept his head up and he came in the business with a goal. And again, I'll always say this, I don't think I'll ever feel as proud as I do today on promoting Johnny to actually run his own company because it has actually changed his life. You know, I'd like to think that I've had an impact on his life. I'd like to think I've had an impact on his daughter's life. And that's special. And guys, what you've got to understand is, stuff like that doesn't happen in companies. You know, I've worked in you know, I was a little older when I started in the company. You know, I was 28 and I'd been around the block and I'd worked everywhere. And I would never found this this sense of family and this sense of togetherness and this sense of, you know, everyone's willing to help each other. Guys, let me tell you this, if this is your first job or you've never worked anywhere else before, this is not a normal atmosphere. This doesn't happen in normal jobs. You know, I remember when I was in the bank, you know, people would, the second you turned your back, they had the knives out and they were ready to stab you in the back. Honest to God, you know, people would say one thing in front of your face and completely something else behind yourself. Whereas here, you know, we give people the opportunity to make mistakes. You know, Johnny has made mistakes over the time, but every time he's made a mistake, I've put it right, and he's just gone, had the faith, and he's done it. And he talked about the faith there, and I think that's the big thing that sometimes you've got to understand. Because you come into our business, and it is a bit crazy. You know, guys running around high-fiving, you know, we're talking about numbers that are not normal. Not many people can sit here and talk and boast an income of £60,000 a year without having to go to university. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So the environment is unique, but what you've got to remember, and this is the key to it, the word opportunity is what it is. It's an opportunity. What you make out of it is that it is up to you. And I think sometimes too many people live their lives with these regrets of, oh, I never got given an opportunity. I never had a chance. My life was too hard. Nobody, guys, no one's going to give you anything on a plate. You do know that. You've got to go out and you've got to make it for yourself. The benefit you have here is you do not have to invest any money. Has anyone ever asked you for any money? Johnny, have I asked you for money? Did you invest any money into this? Yeah. In most businesses, when you open up a business, you've got to invest money. You have to invest nothing. He's now going to be making £2,000–3,000 a week. Clear. No worries. No hassle. But you've got to understand that if you want the same opportunity that Johnny's got, you've got to do what he's done. You can't look at him now and think, right, he's the finished article.
Oh, he's lucky or anything.
Yeah, he's not.
He's not lucky.
This guy was the first guy in my office every day. Without fail, he was the first guy in my office and he was the last guy to leave. Yeah? If I said to him, Johnny, you've got to ring the bell today, he rang the bell. Johnny, I need you to do 6 today, Johnny would go out and do 6 today. If guys would come back to me and said, this territory was shit, I would say, Johnny, go and do 6 today, mate. He would go and he'd go do 6 on that map. That's why he's got promoted. That's why he's going to make the income that he's going to make. And guys, you've got to understand that. You cannot forget that. Yeah, he's had to work to where he is now. You might just see the success of Johnny now, but you've got to remember he's worked very, very hard to get into this position, okay? And that's all we ask you to do. You know, I've got to be in the position I am. You know, I've worked every hour God sent to get to where I am right now. Do you understand where I'm coming from? But the thing is, I'm not special. I'm not anything different to any one of you guys. What you've got to remember is one thing that we all have in common is that feeling just down here where you know you just want to do better. You just want to do a better. You want it better for yourself, you want it better for your kids, you want better for your family. But remember, you can change your life completely doing this, but you've got to put the effort in. Yeah? You've got to put the effort in every single day, day in, day out. That's what's going to make the difference. The last thing as well is have a goal. Have a reason of why you're doing this. Because if your reason is big enough and your reason is strong enough, you know, I do similar to me, you know, I've got 2 little kids, and that's why I do it. My kids are never going to work, ever. Never, ever, 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 ever. They're never going to work. I'm going to be giving them, they don't have to work. Do you get where I'm coming from? But that's what kept me pushing when I was on 7 o'clock and I had no sales and I was on a 0 and it was pissing it down in Manchester. By the way, it always pisses it down.
Yeah, yeah.
Always.
Right?
370 days.
Yeah,
Fucking 365 lovely days.
They'd be pissing it down in Manchester. But you know what? There was times in the days where I felt like, what am I doing? But I remembered why I was doing it and that's why I pushed myself. Guys, remember, every one of you guys, and I mean every one of you guys, have got the opportunity to be in the same position as Johnny. This guy took 12 months. Sorry, it took him 12 months to be fully opened up and promoted. It took him 7 months to hit assistant ownership. If you want to do this properly, you've got to do it properly from the word go. 5 months to hit.
5 months, yeah, go on, man.
We've done and dusted within the whole year.
Stop rubbing it in.
Do you get where I'm coming from? Guys, remember the opportunity is there for you. What you do today will make a difference. But it'll make a difference day by day. You're going to do bit by bit by bit by bit every single day. Is that cool? Cool. Yeah. Guys, have a great day today. And guys, I'll see you when you guys get back tonight. Guys, have a great day.